Hi, it's Tony. Welcome back to Sailing NRA. Recently, I was unable to get to the boat for some time, maybe about 6 weeks. I'm fortunate that I've got a friend who lives close by and has a boat nearby and keeps an eye on it for me. And he happened to mention to me that the boat was looking a bit dirty. So I wasn't too worried. I thought it might be a bit dusty. But on arrival at the boat, I noticed that there was like a black kind of grimy stuff on many of the horizontal surfaces of the boat. My first thought was that this was dried mould, and it certainly looks like mould. But the thing that surprised me was it was only on areas that were exposed. I'll just clear that up. I've got a cover on the boat, well, a cover over most of the cabin of the boat. And the areas that had the mould on it, or had this filth on it, were areas that were exposed to the weather, including the sunlight. So you can actually see the discernible line on the cabin top where the cover ends and the mould starts, or the filth starts. Sure, the areas that were exposed and had the mess on it would have been subject to moisture, whether that be rain or condensation, but they would have had the opportunity to dry fairly quickly, so I was a little bit surprised by that. So as a result, I started to think about what else could be causing this dark filth on the boat, and I started to think maybe it's particulate matter, or it could be a combination of the two things. There's a fairly busy flight path near our mooring, lots of planes going over, and if you think, Sydney's a fairly heavily populated city, and there is a lot of particulate matter. I kind of thought, Sydney doesn't have that great an air quality, or does it? I decided to do a little bit of research, and this is what I found. From the sources that I found, it would appear that Sydney doesn't have such poor air quality after all. Maybe it's because it's near the coast, always breezy in Sydney. Maybe it's because of that. I was shocked to actually find that the city that I live in, Canberra, which is more or less a rural city, had way worse air quality than Sydney did. When I looked even deeper and looked at Sydney on a global scale, I was fascinated to see, as far as air quality goes, with the worst being number 1, Sydney was actually rated 7,087th. So I would suggest by that the air quality in Sydney is actually pretty good. The boat needed to be cleaned, and I'm very environmentally aware, and I happen to like the little fish that swim around my boat and eat the algae and the barnacles and whatever. So I was very keen to get a product that was going to remove the grime, but not the fish. I did lots and lots of searching online, and there are a lot of products out there that claim to be environmentally friendly, harmless, or very, very kind to the marine environment, etc., etc. And I was very heartened to see that. I was able to clean the boat fairly successfully, I think. I was a little concerned about then rinsing the grime off the boat, but I kind of thought that this is particulate matter, and if the boat hadn't have been there, it would have gone into the water anyway. changes I'm ready for. Changes, too many more. Changes I'm ready for. We could argue all day about what should and what shouldn't go in the water, and I think at the end of the day, most boaters are very conscious of polluting the marine environment and tend not to as much as they possibly can. And the amount of, let's use the term pollution, that would come off a boat, particularly a sailing boat, is absolutely minuscule in comparison to the particulate matter that falls from the sky when it rains or just settles on the water naturally, and especially all the storm water that takes the greasy runoff from all of our roads and rushes straight into the harbour. I think boaters generally don't contribute anywhere near as much pollution to the water as those things do. Thank you so much for watching. I would really love if you could hit that subscribe button. Again, it's not going to cost you anything. You won't be bombarded with emails or notifications unless you want them. If you hit that like button, it would be very much appreciated. I look forward to catching up with you next time. Bye for now.